All right, I want to welcome everybody to the PDR workshop. Not live anymore, but we will be joining you guys in the comments because this will be a premiere. We're going to start doing something a little different, guys. So again, I want to thank you for joining us. If you're in the premiere, just go ahead and comment. We will be in the comments. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really liking this stuff. It's nice. It's definitely different.
Yeah,
I'm liking it.
definitely. All right, so want to thank our sponsors first off, and that is Mobile Tech RX, and we have Dentcraft Tools and Blehm Tools, guys. We're constantly trying to give out more and more content and better this production. I think we finally nailed it, so I'm looking forward to...
I'm looking forward to the next couple. This is going to be fun.
This is going to be nice. All right, for you guys, this is the last day to enter for the glue gun.
How's that been going?
Bonder. I actually haven't even checked.
Nice.
So sorry, I can't give you guys some data, but if you guys want to enter for this giveaway for this month, July's giveaway, the link will be in the description below. That's it.
I know there's multiple ways to enter.
Yes, definitely multiple ways.
That should be fun.
To enter, like Instagram, send a picture of your glue gun card.
Oh, nice.
Creative ways.
Cool.
You know, so
yeah, definitely get your entries in, guys.
I've been using this gun for the past probably about a month and a half. So most guns tend to fail right around that 3-month mark.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
As you guys know, I'm a diehard Unlimited glue gun fan. I know I've been using mine for the last.
It's probably the most durable gun.
2-3 years. I think I've used this thing, and have bought more in the process. But I mean, just. But after using this gun, you turned me out to this gun and this glue gun. And after using it, I really, really, I enjoy it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Definitely.
I usually don't like some of the stuff Chris brings to me. Just because, I mean, I really do like the setup that I have. I am pretty efficient with what I do have. So something new added to the arsenal isn't a bad thing, but sometimes it kind of throws me off, or I'm just really, I naturally go to what I have. But this gun definitely is worth it. I think showed me a couple others. They've been okay, but this one definitely is on the spot, or at least on par with
so far, right?
Yeah, so far with the Limited. I mean,
and the
I haven't dropped it from different places
which,
like the other one has on accident.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, just on accident, just with work wear and tear. But so far, this gun has been really, really great. So get your entries in, guys, to get that for the giveaway.
All right, so news.
Yeah,
we're gonna try to do something different. News, kind of like weekly news. This is what kind of caught my eye on Fender Bender. If you guys are not subscribed to Fender Bender, I recommend it. They talk pretty much everything about body shop. We are kind of considered in that body shop realm, auto body realm. So I think it's best to, get some information. And Fender Bender, I think, is the best newsletter out there right now.
For auto, I think for at least automotive reconditioning.
Automotive, exactly. So it's not more sales. But anyway, this article right here where it talks about Nissan cutting 12,500 jobs.
Cutting?
They're cutting.
Wow.
So that right there, gets me to wonder. I already know that new and used car sales have been down.
For Nissan.
Since like 2015. Not just Nissan, everywhere. Since 2015, they've been down. So it kind of, I don't know, the automotive market may be a little different. And now with Tesla coming out with these kind of subscription leases where they don't pay for anything. No car washes, no tires, nothing. And you can swap out 3 or 4 times a month. If you want an SUV today and then you want a Model 3 tomorrow because you're going into the city.
Well, I know Cadillac was kind of offering something similar to that.
But nobody, Cadillac.
Yeah, but I think also, too, it's like, I don't know the ins and outs of that whole lease deal.
Yeah.
But I just can't see them throwing someone into maybe just CTS, and then going all the way up to a Cadillac Escalade. Like, you could just jump in and out, like, no big deal. Like, it's kind of crazy.
And so there's a company, I just did some research trying to get the pricing. They're like $700-800. You get like a Prius, a RAV4. There was like 1 or 2 more other cars, kind of mid sedan, I guess, and some SUVs. But then the ones with like the Tesla SUV and the Tesla model, the bigger model, was that S or whatever?
The X?
Not the S, but the X.
Yeah, the S is the car.
get confused with them. But those were around $1,600, $1,700 a month.
Oh, wow.
So, but I'm thinking if you finance one, you're going to be spending that much anyway. That's a $100,000 car anyway. So
Yeah.
Now you don't have to pay for nothing.
Makes sense.
But you don't own it.
So Nissan's cutting these jobs, huh?
Cutting 12.
So what do you think in that? So
I don't know. I mean,
what does that tell you, or what do you automatically think of when you read that?
Nissan is a company that I think a lot of auto manufacturers strive to be at, especially like Toyota. They're like, to me, they're like Toyota. Toyota has, the most money, most capital
Just
in the
brand
bank.
recognition,
all of it. I mean, billions and billions of dollars you just have sitting in cash. And so with Nissan doing these cuts and the economy supposedly is great, it gets you to wondering, why are they cutting it? Are they automating these jobs? Is it they just foresee it not being something that they're going to need, in a couple of years?
Yeah.
And now when you cut jobs, it's okay. They can go find new jobs. It's good. When you start cutting jobs and the economy's not doing well, or the economy's not doing well, then you cut the jobs, then now you're on the front page of the news cutting 12,000 jobs.
Okay, I see.
So it's like, you're going to take the hit. This is probably the time to take the hit.
Yeah, this is a bigger company who maybe is foreseeing some
smart.
stuff, projecting some stuff, and you think that cutting these cuts is maybe predicting some future auto news to come.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, not cool for obviously, but I'm saying, but that's just cool.
You have to look at this stuff, though. This is what Fender Bender offers, and I'm a subscriber, and hopefully you guys can subscribe.
Yeah, I think definitely. I've heard of them before, but now that you mention it, I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and become an active subscriber to just get some. Yeah. Obviously, news for the automotive industry.
It's a lot of stuff. They got a service thing we'll go over next week and all that good stuff. But if you're not a subscriber of Fender Bender, or if you're a Fender Bender, a representative of Fender Bender, reach out to us or MTE. That would be a great opportunity for them to get at least thousands and thousands of people to sign up.
Yeah.
It's MTE. That would be perfect, So if you're listening, Fender Bender, definitely jump on MTE. All right, so the topic for today, quickly as we go over it, is going to be part 3. We're just wrapping up this hailstorm here, and everything is coming to an end.
Yes. It's been fun.
Most people have paid in finally on our end. All the cars are done at the dealership. It's just the stragglers now. So we just want to talk about kind of that process right now that we're going through right now. We're trying to transition into back into normal PDR routine, door dinging, and some of the large repairs that you see in all of our videos. And so that transition is kind of hard because we thought we had a packed day today, and now we're here. We're kind of doing this recording. But just because the timing is a little off. We just allocate enough time. But anyway. How's that been, that wrap up with you?
I mean, at least for myself, with managing some of these accounts, managing some of the people in the area that we've had for the last couple of weeks. Everything's been going really smooth. I can't say there was a couple hiccups here and there, I think, with just a couple cars, which is just normal.
Some clips or something like that.
Normal stuff that's going to happen on a hailstorm.
Yeah.
Any hailstorm that none of it was, life or death or was huge, issues. We definitely were able to manage everything smoothly.
Right.
I mean, we got people in a timely manner. We were able to facilitate a lot of cars. I don't know the exact amount. I was trying to think of the exact number. I don't know the exact number.
I would say between 2 and 250, I would think.
Yeah, so say, just upwards of 200 to 300 cars that were on the ground that we were trying to fix. It's the tail end of it now. It is just like the onesie twosies. People who haven't gotten the claims in for the last couple of weeks, they're now getting them in. It's been fun. It's been grueling. Definitely some longer days in there. But the transition now getting back to door dinging is now its own little process because
we're not even used to it. Like my tools for door dinging are literally just in the bottom of my little pile. Like if I had to do a decent sized dent, oh man,
you'd be looking everywhere. Yeah. And that's the unfortunate part of you having everything not in one spot. I keep trying to get him to really become a minimalist with his tools and the cart he uses. I think we're gonna make him one soon. I think we're gonna make you one soon.
Yeah, that little cart that you make is insane. Yeah,
but
good,
yeah. So we're coming up to the tail end. We're doing a lot of little onesie twosie cars. Some of the retail hail that we weren't able to get to during the midst of the actual storm. We're now able to get some of the retail customers with their hail damage claims, get them squared away. Our teams that we had here, one has packed up now. They're on to their, next endeavor,
one,
whatever they're going to. So huge shout out to Q and Dan, I think was his partner as well. Shout out to them too.
Q's Dent Repair.
Yeah, Q Dent Repair. Shout out to them, typically in the channel as well every Monday for coming out and helping. We really appreciate it. We probably couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was a huge help. We do have another team still in the area taking care of some stuff. We're dealing with that. But yeah, I mean, overall, for pretty much an 8-week, it was 2 storms, but a full 8 weeks of just, I think, running and gunning with this hail, getting everything coordinating, getting estimates done, getting cars done, all the R&Is with the cars if we've needed to, getting them delivered in a timely manner. I think everything has gone super smooth in the last 8 weeks. Just dealing with this, me being new to the team being new to me as well. That's been a great transition. So I have nothing but great things to say about the last 8 weeks. It's been very tiring. I think you guys have known from us missing a couple of shows to, the stuff the lack of posting, I think, on Instagram. But you're seeing it in the other videos that we're posting and stuff like that. So you guys see that we're out here working. It's just, it was grueling for a little bit, and now it's going to be, kind of smooth sailing, tying it all up and back to our regularly scheduled programming with retail customers, appointments, running our shops and stuff like that. So
the shops, we pretty much canceled all the advertising.
Pause.
To try
just put everything
on pause. Don't want to advertise if we can't service. Most of the dent guys are like a month out, so there's no need to advertise. We do chisel out Friday and 1 or 2 technicians.
And you save money. You save a little money by putting stuff on pause. I think it's pennies compared to, but by putting for those little bit, you save. You're bringing in money, which is nice, and you have your stuff on pause, so you can kind of, come out on top a little bit with that, which is nice. Everything's gone really, really well. Yeah.
So we're just initially starting to ramp that up. Start, kind of doing smaller ads and then getting the schedule. So it's 2 days this week, and it'll probably be 3 days next week, and then a full schedule the following week, just so that we can finish up hail cars and all that good stuff.
Which has been its own transition.
I think it's a smooth transition.
Yeah.
Because I know I've been a little burnt out. I know you.
I had a couple days in there.
Yeah, that. Some R&R time what you call it?
Yeah,
so
rest and relaxation.
I think we're not hail guys, so I mean, just watching Q as an example. I mean, he's just pumping through cars, and he seems like he's gonna go home and pump through more cars.
Yeah,
and it's like probably a good 6 weeks, and I need a break.
Yeah, I mean, and it's because
and not for long. 2 or 3 days.
Hail isn't our full time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, smashes and door dings and appointments
for some reason
and scheduling.
It seems easier than hail. I don't know. So. I feel like it is. I mean, the heat it's been crazy. 96 degrees
nonstop.
99 today. So
every day,
and no ventilation in any of those shops.
No.
It's like they put us in a place that no one wants to work. So
pretty
just
much
2 days of that, you're pretty much exhausted, I would think. So overall, though, the team has been handling it very well.
Yeah.
We just had our nice little event at Top Golf.
That was nice.
Very good experiences. So I mean,
just kind of a little company outing, wrapping up the whole Hailstorm, commending everyone for a job well done and sticking through it. Because it's not only us just pushing out here. I mean, we have a whole team dedicated to the art of PDR and what we deliver as a service.
12 hours a day, Saturday,
right there with
Sunday.
us.
So it's, kudos
shout
to
out
the team.
to them.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to you guys for making all of this possible, because it allows us to move around, Dave, and also organizing their schedule where they don't have to think about some of the admin side of it. It's pretty much handled. We've gotten a lot of compliments on how smooth this storm was ran. Any company that was happy or allowed us to actually come in and do work, they've been very, very happy with the overall kind of process, from the estimating, from the timing to scheduling, and it's taking years to perfect that.
Yeah, so, I think you've done a very good job, and now they're really seeing the fruits of your labor of what you built, in this area for the last good couple of years now. And I'm hearing the compliments, to Chris, the team that we have, the company that we have.
Yeah.
I'm hearing those compliments come through from the adjusters, the wash guy, the people who have seen the company in the area for a long time. I'm now seeing the benefits of the work you put in, and then I'm also seeing the benefits of the whole team kind of coming together, and just the compliments and just the kudos that I'm hearing from these accounts that we service and how good, like you said,
like
a job well done. It's gone so smooth.
Yeah, it's definitely the team. It's not me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought about it, but we wouldn't be able to impact, the amount of people if it wasn't for the team.
Everyone.
I mean, everybody knows their role, including me, where it's little communication in the morning, maybe some in the middle of the day, and then a follow-up at the end of the day. It's not that back and forth, phones ringing back and forth. Everybody knows how to handle each particular repair or job or account.
Yeah.
Stuff. This is so seamless, man. I enjoy it. So
yeah, I do. I am as well.
If you're a route guy and I feel as though, get some R&R time. There was one day that I just needed 4 or 5 hours of just by myself.
Yeah.
And
putting that phone on do not disturb.
Oh, man. Do not disturb was like off. I was like, nope, not answering it. Now we do have people answering the phone,
Yeah,
Crystal,
it's not like the phones aren't getting answered,
they're
but
getting
that's
answered.
why
Customers are
we put people in
of.
place to allow for these little times to happen. We can't be running, I think, on all cylinders at all times because we do get burnt out. And you do need those couple of hours, maybe a day, 2 days of recovery, and a weekend just isn't enough sometimes. You need, just with so much that's been going on, like 200 to 300 cars is a lot to coordinate.
That's a lot.
Now, granted, a couple came from, majority came from one spot, but on top of that, you now have 7 other accounts with multiple cars on the ground. And
they want the exact same service they were getting a year ago when there was no hail.
Exactly.
And we were just like, oh, great, a nail car. Let's all jump on that and get that done. So they kind of want the same service.
Yeah, some expecting 0-day turnaround times, which is like unheard of, especially in the PDR world.
And so far we had maybe 1 or 2 comebacks for like getting like clips or something that we just unforeseen.
I know. I think corner of a headliner or something like that.
Yeah, just little stuff like that. So I mean, 2 comebacks, legitimate comebacks. The rest of them was like, that was prior, or that wasn't.
Yeah.
But I'll take care of it. But anything that may have something would have caused something like R&Is and stuff like that. So
and even while we're there, they're asking for other cars that are coming, that aren't hail related, but one's in the booth, one's getting prep, and one's over here. Hey, can you take care of that real quick? Can you look at this while you're in the middle of a hail car, while you're trying to estimate, while you're trying to coordinate your guys to come in and estimate or push? I mean, a lot of this stuff is going on, and we're dealing with this right at that moment, and it can become pretty taxing because if you're at that one account and they're asking for something else that's not hail related while you're dealing with 2 hail cars there, you got 3 more accounts calling you for their 3 cars, wondering where you're at for their estimates to do the same thing. And can you take a look at this one as well?
So if you're a dent guy, well, you are a dent guy, right?
Go ahead.
But if you were by yourself in Chicago, you were doing this hailstorm, and because we have such a large team, we were able to capture these 300 cars. I think solo we would have definitely been able to do 100 cars if I was running by myself, just because we've grown with the techs that we've had. But if you were in Chicago by yourself trying to facilitate a hailstorm like this, what would be some of the things to take away towards the end that you would kind of start doing at the beginning of that storm?
We talked about it a little bit on the last show, which was knowing that there is the potential to have X amount of cars on the ground, a couple hundred
just
on the ground. So now I'm going to be proactive, and I have now taken away. I would have been looking for a spot like we looked. We looked for another location, a temporary location, closed bay door, keys, stuff like that we could rent on a month-to-month basis. I would have been doing that like we did. Just to have a dedicated spot for these potential, 100 some odd cars at one account. I would have done that, which is probably something I wouldn't have done before. I would have been calling in people.
The right people.
Early. Now, me knowing myself, I'm the type to where it's like kind of hit, and I'm like, oh man, now I gotta do. I gotta like now I really have to scramble. I kind of have to. That's kind of me, but that's also because no one really showed me the ropes, I think, for the prep.
I meet, Q, I met Q and Hail Concierge and just all the Hail guys, my list of Hail guys to call. That was 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
So that was why I felt like it was a strong reason why I was able to get guys there very quickly. I mean, the team that we currently have right now work with us back in 2015. So you just built that relationship. And
and the Chicago market, I myself have a good network of guys there, and I think I probably could have called in some local help, which would have been fine. But I think for the amount of cars, I would have needed at least one, preferably two dedicated outside bodies to go ahead and tackle this one account with this many cars like we did here. Right. We were able to have a team on this one account by themselves, which was a huge help because that's where the majority of these hail cars were with this account. So I would have been looking for a shop, a dedicated workspace, because I was completely mobile as well. So I didn't have any other even shops to kind of just shimmy stuff over to. I actually would have to go to the location, the shop, the body shop, customer's home, whatever it may be, to actually go do this stuff. So I would have been looking for a place, like you said, dedicated workspace. I would have been calling help in earlier. As soon as I know possibly how many are going to be on the ground, I would be starting to make those calls. And then I think third would be really utilizing technology for coordination. One of the biggest things I think we mentioned on our first part one of this was Trello. Which is an app. It's an application, Trello. And it was a project management application that we used for some of the accounts. When cars would get dropped off, they could just enter in all the information there, and you're actually able to set up different lines of when the cars are kind of in queue, where they are at in queue. Are they ready to get dropped off? Are they ready for an estimate? Are they ready to go? Do they just need R&I? So we were able to use this application with some of these accounts to organize them and ourselves as well for what cars were done. What do we need to, where do we need to go? What's an emergency? What's not? What's still waiting for approval? That application.
Instead of like calling someone like, all right, who knows it? Oh, that person knows this. Okay, well, what's going on with that car? Is there anything you need me to push?
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you can go there and just look at the line and say, ready to go, ready to be worked on.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then just text, I'm going to be heading to that car.
Yeah.
And then you move it over
in the application. Yeah, you can just move it right over. And then so the next person or whoever else is working with you can see now a live updated feed of what cars are on the ground, what needs to go next and stuff like that. So Trello is a huge help. So I think using just technology for organization was a huge help as well. Yeah. Something that I probably wouldn't have done as much if it was just solo by myself running this storm with, say 7+ accounts with, however many cars we had on the ground total. Those three things would probably be the biggest thing. Finding a shop earlier, finding help earlier, and then just utilizing technology more.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good. So that's the end of that. Part 3, it is the closure of the Hailstorm, guys. I want to thank our sponsors, Blehm Tools, Mobile Tech RX, and Dentcraft Tools, guys. That's it. You have anything to say, Dave?
No, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. I think we're going to be doing something a little bit different now. Hope you guys like this new setup. I think we're enjoying it.
Yeah,
just off the bat here, we're actually really enjoying it. Don't forget, get your entries in for the giveaway that ends
tomorrow, the end of the month. So is that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tomorrow
ends in 2 days.
31st, 2 days. So 31st it ends, and then we'll have another giveaway for August. And then that'll be that, guys. Don't forget, if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments. With this new change of the show, we're definitely going to be looking in the comments, pulling the questions. It being not live, we definitely wanted to still be engaging, so we're definitely going to be in the chat. And then if there's any questions that we didn't get to, leave it in the comments, please, because we'll get back to you on that one for sure. So, well, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Peace. Talking to the mic. It's not even in. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to. Yeah. You're not into the mic. It's off to the side. It's like you gotta talk into it.
In it.
So this thing has to be
in it.
Perfect. All right. Cool.
Got it.
Yeah, that's it.